I am theater. I'm from Austin. I teach filmmaking, which involves a certain amount of theater. I like also making drawings and improvising and making paintings and comics. But mostly, my name's Todd, and I do theater. I am theater. I am theater. I am. Thanks.
Catherine Rogers, and I am theater.
Hello, my name is Shannon Quisenberry. I am from Austin, Texas, and I am theater. I am theater because, as I've always loved theater, like many of my fellow theater people out there, I've also needed to find employment in other areas. I've chosen a career in sales, and I think what theater gives me most is a really strong sense of empathy that I've gained from many years of studying different roles and really trying to get inside the heads of the people that I portray. In sales, the most important aspect I feel in a successful salesperson is a natural curiosity. I always have a natural desire to understand my customers, and not just from a financial point of view, but truly to understand what they're really worrying about at that moment, and allow myself to really connect with them on a personal level, which has been really effective and fulfilling for me, and something that easily transfers for me throughout the day from my personal life to my professional life. My name is Shannon Quisenberry, and I am theater.
Hello, I am Lindsay Sykes. I live in Austin, Texas, and I am theater. So, when I first moved to Austin, Texas, the first project I did was a play I began working on in college, and I gathered a bunch of actors, 13 total, and a brand new composer, and in 2.5 months we had put a show together, and it was the most horrifying experience of my life. But what I'm thankful for is that Austin Theater Artists gave me the opportunity to fall all over myself so that I could get the experience to hopefully never do it again. So, that's it. I'm Lindsay Sykes, and I am theater.
Hi, I'm Heather Barfield from Austin, Texas, and I am theater. I've been doing theater in this town for probably 20 years. Yes, I started when I was 15 doing semi-professional theater, actually here at Vortex Theater, where we are right now. I'm now the Associate Artistic Director for Vortex. I'm also a business manager for Austin Creative Alliance, and I recently turned in my dissertation, which is in theater. So I shall be hooded and made a doctorate very soon. That is, if they like my work, which I think they will. I think for me, theater has always been my safety place, my place to rescue me from a very, what I thought, cold and relentless world. Keep in mind, I was born in the mid-70s, and in the early to mid-90s, the first Iraq War happened, and I realized the potential of theater to express my personal dissent with war through theater. There was no other means that I could express the profound emotions that war and human injustice, hatred, bigotry, racism, sexism, all of these things, theater for me was the one place to astutely, symbolically, viscerally represent my personal sentiments. Theater can be very confusing and very complicated and mysterious, and I think that's a good thing. I don't like theater that necessarily puts it in your face, but I also think that the theater that does do that has a place in the big stew of theater of all kinds. My particular preference is highly symbolic, very immersive theater experiences. I'm also a big fan of performance art, making friends with many performance artists around the country, if not around the world, and wanting to continue those relationships with performance art that is really on the edge of, is this live theater? Is this visual art? Is this a happening? I think that we are at a place where theater is becoming devalued simply because of the fact that social media has made everything a content. Is your content interesting? What's your social media content? And theater, you know, you can't box this in. Even this video, I am theater. Well, this is not theater what I am doing. This is something else. You can't see me in person. You can't see my shoes. You know, you can't feel my presence energetically through this camera. You can't smell me, not like you'd want to. There's something about the senses that really appeals to me about theater. And as I'm sure many of us here have talked on and on about how much we love theater, because nobody here around me, I think, is going to argue that theater is no good. Everybody here is passionate about what they do, especially in Austin, especially at a time when there is so much conflict in the world, and it seems futile. It seems almost irresponsible to try to make theater. But I really deeply, intuitively feel and understand that theater in its own mysterious ways can save us from continually separating ourselves from one another. It's a means to reconnect, to share our personal, intimate selves with one another, our deepest savages in our mind, our fears, our hopes, and have it be in a place that's open to conversation and possibly can help bring some kind of peace in the world. It's high hopes, probably impractical, probably impossible, but most theater makers I know do the impossible. I am Heather Barfield, and I am theater.
Hi, I'm John Richardson. I'm in Austin, and I am theater. And that means I like acting. I'm a theater major, and I plan to continue doing this. I can't find much other things that I'm good at. I mean, I'm good at other things, but I really like acting, and I want to keep doing that. And
where are you in school?
I'm at St. Edward's University.
How long have you been there?
And I've been there for 2 years. I'm a sophomore, so I'm on my second.
And what's the best role that you've played so far on stage?
I got to play in Alive the Mind as Frankie. That was cool.
My name is Vanessa Marroquin. I am in Austin, Texas, and I am theater.